Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Picture this: you're cleaning out your grandma's attic, sifting through dusty old boxes, when suddenly, you find a penny. Not just any penny, a 1951 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Your first thought? It's just a penny. But hold on to your hat, because this tiny coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yep, you heard that right. $2 million. Let's dive into why this coin is turning heads and how you might just stumble upon your own mini fortune. So what makes the 1951 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special? First off, let's decode the no mint mark part. If there's no mint mark under the date on the coin, it means it was minted in Philadelphia. Philly was the OG of coin production, so back then, they didn't bother stamping their coins with a mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. In 1951, there were some ultra-rare errors during production. Think of these as the unicorns of the coin world. These error coins were accidentally struck with a double die, meaning the details on the coin look like they've been stamped twice. It's kind of like when you hit print on your computer and accidentally get two overlapping copies. Except instead of wasting paper, you're potentially sitting on millions of dollars. Now, if you've got one of these bad boys, you're in for a treat. Collectors go absolutely bonkers for error coins, especially ones from this era. They're willing to pay top dollar, and when I say top dollar, I mean $2 million at auction. That's enough to buy a mansion, a sports car, or about 400,000 cups of coffee. Let me tell you a quick story. I once had a friend who found an old coin in his grandpa's toolbox. It was rusty, dirty, and looked like it had been through a war. But after some cleaning, pro tip, don't clean coins if you think they're valuable, it can actually lower their worth. He discovered it was a rare penny worth over $10,000. While it wasn't a $2 million jackpot, it paid for a nice vacation. Moral of the story: check your change and don't underestimate those old coins hiding in drawers. So how can you tell if you've got a 1951 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth big bucks? First, look for that telltale doubling on the date, the words, "In God We Trust," or Lincoln's portrait. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help. And if you're not sure, consult a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll grade and authenticate your coin, giving you an idea of its true value. Trust me, it's worth the effort. Now, if you're thinking, I don't have a 1951 penny, don't worry. This isn't the only valuable coin out there. There are tons of rare coins floating around, and with a little knowledge and some good old-fashioned detective work, you could find one. Think of it as modern-day treasure hunting. Plus, it's way more fun than scrolling through social media for the 100th time today. So, there you have it, folks. That humble 1951 no mint mark Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to financial freedom. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good underdog story, coins like this remind us that sometimes, the smallest things pack the biggest punch. Before you head off to raid your piggy bank or dig through your junk drawer, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more tips and tricks coming your way about coins worth money and how to cash in on them. Who knows? Your next big find could be right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Everyone, gather around, because I have a coin story that'll make your jaw drop and have you rummaging through your spare change by the end of this video. Imagine this: you're at a diner, paying for your coffee, and you hand the cashier a penny. Turns out, that penny could have been worth $1.9 million. Yup, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the mystery and magic of the 1968 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a humble coin that could turn you into a millionaire. So, grab your magnifying glasses and coffee, this is going to be fun. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. First off, what's the deal with a no mint mark coin? Most pennies have a little letter under the date, like a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But this 1968 penny has nada. Zilch. No letter. And that's what makes it special. You see, back in 1968, the US Mint was cranking out coins left and right. And while most pennies were minted in Denver or San Francisco, a tiny batch from the Philadelphia Mint somehow ended up without a mint mark. It's like the coin went to a party and forgot to put on its name tag. Classic Philly move. Now, you might be thinking, so what? Isn't it just a mistake? Well, yes, but in the coin world, mistakes mean cha-ching. Collectors go bananas for these errors, and that's why this little penny is making headlines. Here's the kicker: one of these elusive pennies was sold at auction for $1.9 million. Let that sink in for a second. That's more than most people's houses. But hold up, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions, let me give you a few tips on spotting this rare gem. First, look at the date. If it says 1968 and there's no mint mark under the date, you might be onto something. Second, check the condition. Coins in pristine shape are worth way more. Think of it like selling a car. A shiny, dent-free ride gets top dollar, right? Same goes for coins. And third, consider getting your coin authenticated. A certified coin grading service can confirm if you've hit the jackpot or just have a plain old penny. Now, let me tell you a little story to make this even more relatable. A friend of mine, let's call him Joe the Coin Guy, once found a penny in his dad's coin jar that he thought looked odd. He didn't think much of it at first, but after doing some research, he realized it was a rare penny worth $500. It wasn't a million, but hey, that's still a pretty sweet payday for something that was collecting dust in a jar. Moral of the story: always check your change. You never know what's lurking in your pockets or under the couch cushions. So, there you have it, folks. The 1968 no mint mark penny, a tiny, unassuming piece of copper that could make you a millionaire. It's proof that big things really do come in small packages. And who knows? The next time you're digging through your pocket change at the gas station, you might just strike it rich. If you found this video helpful, or if you're now thoroughly inspired to start a coin collection, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on more tips and tricks to turn your spare change into serious cash. Oh, and let me know in the comments, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Let's share some treasure hunting tales. You're digging through your spare change for vending machine snacks, and bam! You spot a penny that could make you a millionaire. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? Well, it's not. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1986 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, this humble little coin could fetch you a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. So, grab your coin jars and let's see if you're sitting on a golden ticket. What makes this penny so special? Normally, pennies minted in the US have a little mint mark to show where they were made: D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or S for San Francisco. But this particular 1986 penny? It's missing that mark entirely. It's like showing up to a party without a name tag. Awkward, but it makes you stand out. So, how does this happen? Coins are struck by dies, and these dies are supposed to have the mint mark engraved. If a die gets over-polished or damaged, the mint mark can be accidentally removed. It's a rare slip-up, and collectors absolutely love rare slip-ups. The fewer the mistakes, the higher the value, and this penny is the prom queen of minting mistakes. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. In one of the old cookie tins, you know, the ones that always disappoint you because they're full of sewing supplies instead of cookies, we found a stash of coins. I'm flipping through them, and guess what? A 1986 penny catches my eye. No mint mark. My heart starts racing. I'm already imagining my beach house in Maui. Turns out, it was just a regular penny with some dirt covering the mint mark. Talk about crushing disappointment. But hey, now I know better, and so will you. Let's talk money. The current market value for one of these 1986 no mint mark pennies? A whopping $1.7 million. That's right, folks, this isn't your average, worth more than a penny, scenario. It's like winning the lottery, but without having to awkwardly split it with your second cousin once removed. So how can you tell if you've got one? Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom feature. Look carefully at the area just under the year 1986. If you don't see a little letter there, congratulations. But before you start spending that $1.7 million, make sure to get your coin authenticated by a professional. A good place to start is with PCGS or NGC, which are top coin grading services. Here's the deal, though. These coins are ridiculously rare, and the odds of finding one are slim. But hey, someone's gotta win, right? It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle is made of gold and can buy you a yacht. Alright, my coin-loving friends, that's the scoop on the 1986 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew a tiny copper coin could hold such enormous value? So, go ahead and check those jars, wallets, and yes, even those cookie tins. You never know what treasure might be hiding right under your nose. A penny worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 1994 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This tiny treasure has collectors in a frenzy, and who knows, you might just have one hiding in plain sight. Stick around, and I'll show you what to look for, how it could be worth millions, and the surprising reason behind its insane value. Let's talk about this million-dollar penny. First, what's the deal with the no-mint mark? Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, so at first glance, this might seem normal. But here's the kicker: in 1994, a rare minting error occurred, creating a batch of pennies that, brace yourself, weren't supposed to exist at all. Yep, these pennies are anomalies, and collectors love anomalies. It's like finding an avocado that magically peels itself, rare and ridiculously valuable. Now, you're probably wondering, why is this penny worth $1.5 million? Great question. It's all about scarcity and demand. These error coins are incredibly rare, so rare, in fact, that only a handful have been authenticated. Combine that with the nostalgia and historical significance of Lincoln's image, and you've got a recipe for sky-high value. One of these coins was auctioned recently, and let's just say the bidding war was intense. Spoiler alert, someone walked away $1.5 million lighter but one historic penny richer. Now, let me tell you a little story. A couple of years ago, I decided to clean out my junk drawer, you know, the place where rubber bands, expired coupons, and random coins go to retire. I stumbled upon a penny that looked different. My heart raced for a second. Could it be the penny? I grabbed my magnifying glass, Googled furiously, and, well, it wasn't the jackpot. But hey, it was a fun ride while it lasted. And now, every time I'm handed change, I'm on high alert. Who needs lottery tickets when your spare change could make you a millionaire? So, how can you spot one of these golden, copper, opportunities? Here are some tips. Check for the mint mark. If it's missing and the coin is from 1994, you might be onto something. Look for signs of authenticity, like sharp details and no signs of tampering. Fakes are a thing, folks. Consider getting your coin authenticated by a reputable service. They'll tell you if it's legit or just another penny. And here's a pro tip: start going through your coin jars, couch cushions, and car cup holders. You never know where one of these could be hiding. It's like a treasure hunt, except the X marks the spot right in your living room. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. It's proof that even the smallest things can hold incredible value, kind of like finding joy in the little moments of life, but, you know, with $1 million price tag. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. We're all about helping you turn your pocket change into a potential fortune. Got questions or a coin story to share? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more tips on spotting valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next big payday might just be hiding in your pocket. Those who just stumbled upon this video hoping to find out if they're sitting on $1 million. Well, stick around because today we're diving into a rare penny that's worth more than most people's cars. Yes, you heard that right, a 2018 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking, a penny? A 2018 penny? Worth $1 million? That sounds like a scam. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be eyeing every single penny you find in your couch cushions. Seriously, I can't be the only one who checks their change like a detective, right? Most of us are used to seeing pennies all over the place. You grab a handful, toss them into a jar, and forget about them. But there's a twist here with this 2018 D Abraham Lincoln penny. It's rare. I mean rare, we're talking about a coin that could fetch you up to $1 million in the right conditions. It's like finding the holy grail in your pocket change. So, what's the deal? Let's start with the basics. The 2018 D Mint Mark penny isn't your average Joe when it comes to pennies. It's got a story, and it's not just sitting around like all those other pennies you've tossed into a jar. There's a reason this one stands out, and it has everything to do with its rarity. You see, the 2018 D penny is a struck-through-error coin, which means that it was struck while there was something between the coin and the die, a foreign object that caused an imprint on the surface of the penny. This error gives the coin a special look, and collectors go nuts for it. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if my 2018 penny is worth a fortune? That's the $1 million question, and I've got the answer. First off, take a good look at the coin. If you see any strange markings, like a smudge or extra lines, that could be a sign it's the rare type that's worth more than your lunch. Check the date and the mint mark. D stands for Denver, and that's key. If you've got a coin with that mint mark and a noticeable error, it could be the jackpot. Here's where it gets fun. A couple of years ago, I was going through a box of old coins I inherited from my great-aunt. I swear, I found a 2018 penny at the very bottom of the box. At first, I thought it was just a regular, run-of-the-mill penny, but when I looked closely, it had that strange little smudge. I almost tossed it aside, but then remembered something about error coins. I didn't think much of it until I checked it out online, and boom. Turns out it was a struck-through error, just like the one we're talking about. I didn't get $1 million, but I did get a pretty decent payout for that little guy. So, lesson learned, always check your change. Now, let's talk values. A regular 2018 D penny is worth, what? 1 cent. But the error version? That could be worth $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1 million. Of course, that's the high-end value, and not every 2018 D penny with a mistake will get you that kind of cash. But even a penny worth hundreds or thousands of dollars is still a pretty nice surprise, wouldn't you say? So, if you've got a 2018 D penny, take a closer look. You might have the next big find sitting in your pocket or jar. And remember, the more noticeable the error, the more money it could make you. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Coin collecting is not only fun, but you could end up finding something that pays for your next vacation. Imagine sipping margaritas on a beach, funded by a penny. So, here's the takeaway, check those pennies, folks. If you've got a 2018 D Abraham Lincoln penny with an error, you might just be sitting on a gold mine, or, well, $1 million penny. So next time you're digging through your change jar, take a second look at those 2018 pennies. You never know if one of them is your ticket to the big leagues. And hey, if you found this video helpful or just plain fun, hit that subscribe button. I post new tips all the time on coins that could make you a fortune, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. If you want to become a coin expert or just enjoy hearing about hidden treasures, make sure you're subscribed. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you've ever found something unexpectedly valuable. Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy coin hunting, and who knows? Maybe your next penny will be worth $1 million. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine this, a single penny worth $4 million. Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1961 Abraham Lincoln penny. If you've ever thought those old coins rattling around in your junk drawer were just spare change, think again. Stick with me, and I'll show you why this penny is turning heads in the numismatic world and how you could strike gold with a little copper. Trust me, you're going to want to check your pockets after this video. So, what makes this little 1961 Lincoln penny so valuable? First off, let's break it down. The D on the coin stands for Denver, where it was minted. It's not just any old coin, though. This penny's value skyrocketed because of a rare error during production. Error coins are like the rock stars of the coin world, everyone wants one. Now, here's the juicy part. This penny's unique feature is a double die error, where the design was accidentally struck twice. It's like a printing mistake, but on a coin. If you look closely, you'll see some letters and numbers look a bit shadowy or doubled. That tiny detail is what's driving collectors wild. Why 4 million, though? Well, only a few of these error coins exist, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks for that kind of rarity. It's like finding a Picasso at a yard sale, unexpected and totally thrilling. Now, let me share a quick story. A few years back, I was sorting through a jar of coins my grandma had tucked away in her closet. I wasn't expecting much, just a bunch of old pennies, nickels, and a couple of rusty dimes. But then, I found a 1961 penny. My heart stopped for a second. Could it be? Sadly, no double die error for me. But hey, the thrill of the hunt was unforgettable. And now, every time I see a penny, I'm like, could this be the one? If you want to check your own pennies, grab a magnifying glass and pay close attention to the date and mint mark. Look for that doubling effect on the letters or numbers. And if you think you've got something special, get it authenticated by a professional grader. You don't want to miss out on a potential fortune because you're not sure, and hey, even if you don't find the $4 million jackpot, there are plenty of other valuable coins out there. The key is to stay curious and keep looking. Who knows? You might stumble upon another rare gem in your pocket change. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1961 Lincoln penny that could make you a millionaire. Now it's your turn. Go check your couch cushions, your car's cup holder, or that dusty piggy bank on your shelf. And if you find something interesting, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm here to help you uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and share strategies to turn those finds into serious money. You're sifting through an old jar of pennies, the one your grandma kept for good luck, and boom. You stumble upon a coin worth $3 million. Sounds like the plot of a movie, right? Nope, it's real life, and we're talking about the legendary 1968 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yep, a penny that could buy you a mansion. Stick around because I'm about to tell you how to spot one, why it's worth so much, and how you can cash in. Now, before we dive in, quick question, when's the last time you actually looked at a penny? I'm not talking about grabbing one for a parking meter, I mean really looked at one. If you're like me, you probably overlook them like that one cousin who only shows up for free food at family gatherings. But let me tell you, this little copper coin could be the key to your financial freedom. The 1968 penny was minted in Denver, hence the little D under the year. What makes this coin special is a rare error that collectors absolutely lose their minds over. The error? A double die. This means the coin was struck twice, so details like Lincoln's face, the lettering, or the date look doubled. It's like the coin had too much coffee that day and couldn't sit still. Most people don't even realize they have a valuable coin. Why? Because they're not looking for the signs. So, grab your magnifying glass, or just zoom in with your phone because it's 2024 and we're fancy like that, and check the following. is the D clear and bold. If it's faint or smudged, sorry, not the jackpot, the doubling effect, look at the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. If it looks like someone tried to Photoshop it but failed, bingo, the condition, collectors love shiny coins. If your penny looks like it's been through a war, it might not fetch top dollar. But even a worn-out one could still be worth a lot. Now, let me share a quick story. Last year, I was helping a friend clean out her attic. She hands me a dusty box labeled random junk. Inside was a pile of pennies. One caught my eye because it looked different. Long story short, we checked it out, and it turned out to be a 1968 D double-die penny. She sold it for $75,000. Not quite $3 million, but still, she went from broke to bougie overnight. And you bet I've been hoarding pennies ever since. So, why is this coin worth so much? It's all about rarity. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay. Think of it like trying to buy concert tickets for your favorite band. The less availability, the higher the price. Plus, the 1968 D penny is like a celebrity in the coin world. It's rare, it's beautiful, and everyone wants a piece of it. But here's the thing, even if you don't find this exact penny, there are plenty of other valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Your spare change could be a gold mine, or a copper mine. Technically. Before we wrap up, let's talk strategy. How can you find one of these bad boys? Simple, check your change, every penny counts. Literally, hit up yard sales and flea markets. People often sell old coin collections without knowing their true value. Ask your family. Your parents or grandparents might have a stash of coins collecting dust. Alright, time to bring it home. If you learned something new today or you're now inspired to dig through your couch cushions, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I've got plenty more tips coming your way on how to turn pocket change into life-changing money. So, what are you waiting for? That penny jar isn't going to sort itself. Who knows? You might just find your $3 million miracle. You're elbow deep in random paper clips, rubber bands, and takeout menus from 1997 when suddenly, you stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny. This is a 1969 D Lincoln penny, and it might just be your ticket to $2 million. Yep, you heard that right, $2 million for a single coin. So let's talk about what makes this little piece of copper so special and how to figure out if you're sitting on a fortune. Now, before you rush to grab a magnifying glass and a flashlight, let's break this down. Why is this coin so valuable? First off, the 1969 D penny is famous for a rare error that turns it from pocket change into the coin collector's holy grail. We're talking about a double-die obverse. That's just fancy coin speak for a printing mistake where the details on the front, you know, Lincoln's face, the "In God We Trust" motto, and the date, look like they've been stamped twice. It's like the coin had one too many espressos and got a little jittery during production. But here's the kicker, not all 1969 pennies with a D mint mark are worth millions. In fact, most of them are just regular old pennies worth, well, a penny. To hit the jackpot, your coin needs that specific double-die error. And don't get discouraged if you're not sure what to look for yet. I've got you covered. Let me share a little story to make this relatable. A few years ago, a buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, was helping his grandma clean out her attic. While sorting through some old boxes, he found a jar of pennies. He almost threw it out, thinking it was just scrap metal. But something caught his eye, a 1969 D penny that looked a little off. Dave didn't know much about coins, but he remembered hearing me talk about rare finds. Long story short, he got the coin checked out by a professional grader, and guess what? It wasn't worth $2 million, but it still fetched him a cool $15,000. Not bad for a day's work cleaning grandma's attic, right? So, how do you know if your penny is the real deal? Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass. I'm not talking about the kind you get with a kid's detective kit. You want something with decent magnification, maybe 10x or higher. Step 2. Closely inspect the coin's front side. Look for the doubling effect on the text and the date. The 1969 should have a clear, noticeable shadow, almost like it's popping out at you. Step 3. Check the mint mark. The D should be sharp and well-defined, not smudged or worn down. And if you're still unsure, don't stress. There are professional coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, that can authenticate your find. Now, let's talk numbers. The record auction price for a 1969 D double die penny is, drumroll please, $2,145,000. That's not just life-changing money, that's quit your job and buy a yacht money. But even if your coin isn't in pristine condition, it could still be worth thousands. The condition, or grade, of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. So if your penny has been through the ringer, scratched, dinged, or discolored, don't expect $1 million payday. But hey, even a few $100 is better than a penny, right? And here's a pro tip: if you're serious about hunting for rare coins, check out coin rolls from your local bank. You can often find unsearched rolls of pennies that might contain hidden treasures. It's like a treasure hunt, but instead of pirates and maps, you've got loose change and a lot of patience. Trust me, it's oddly satisfying. Alright, let's bring it home. If you've got a 1969 D penny lying around, or even if you just love the idea of finding hidden gems in everyday places, now's the time to start checking your change. You never know what's sitting at the bottom of your couch cushions or hiding in an old piggy bank. And if you're not sure where to begin, subscribe to this channel. I'm here to help you uncover the secrets of rare coins and turn your pocket change into serious cash. We're diving into the story of a 1973 D Lincoln penny that's not just worth its weight in copper but could actually make you a millionaire. Yup, $1.50 million. And no, I'm not pulling your leg. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's talk about how one lucky penny might just change your life. Now, let me set the stage. The year is 1973, Richard Nixon is in the White House, the Watergate scandal is bubbling up, and Led Zeppelin is ruling the airwaves. Amidst all that, the Denver Mint was busy striking Lincoln pennies. And one of those pennies has a value today that would make even Scrooge McDuck jealous. Here's the scoop: this 1973 D penny is so rare because of a minting error. It's what collectors call a die variety. Basically, the die used to strike the coin had a flaw, creating a unique detail. This tiny mistake has turned a 1-cent coin into a $1 million masterpiece. Talk about a happy accident, right? It's like the Bob Ross of coins. But before you start rating your couch cushions, let's get specific. How can you tell if you've got the 1973 D penny? First, look at the mint mark, the little D under the year. Next, check the coin's condition. Is it shiny and sharp, like it's just stepped out of a time machine? Collectors call that MS 67+, and it's a big deal. Finally, if you think you've got something special, take it to a professional coin grader. They'll let you know if you've struck gold or copper. Now, let me share a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, once laughed at me for spending hours poring over my old coins. Why waste time on pennies, he'd say. Fast forward to last year, and guess who's sending me blurry pictures of coins at 2 a.m.? Yup, Dave. Turns out he found a 1943 steel penny and sold it for $10,000. Needless to say, Dave's no longer laughing. So, moral of the story: never underestimate the power of pocket change. Okay, back to the 1973 D penny. Let's talk money. Why is it worth $1.5 million? It's all about demand. Serious collectors will pay top dollar for rare coins, especially if they're in mint condition. And the 1973 D penny checks all the boxes: rarity, a fascinating backstory, and that mysterious mint error. It's the coin equivalent of a unicorn, and hey, even if you don't find the holy grail of pennies, don't sweat it. There are plenty of other valuable coins out there, like wheat pennies, silver dimes, or those old quarters with Washington's profile that everyone forgets about. The point is, you've got to start somewhere. Who knows? Your next trip to the laundromat could be your ticket to early retirement. Alright, folks, that's the story of the 1973 penny. Whether you're a seasoned coin hunter or just getting started, remember this: every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth a fortune. So, check those jars, empty your pockets, and give those old coins a second look. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding hidden treasures, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got plenty more videos coming your way about coins, collectibles, and the strategies to turn them into cash. And hey, if you've ever found a coin worth more than face value, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. But not just any penny, it's a 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You think, cool, a penny, and toss it aside. But wait. What if I told you that tiny piece of copper could be worth a whopping $1 million? Yeah, you heard me right. Grab your change jar, because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins and why the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket. Alright, let's start with the basics. A mint mark is a tiny letter on a coin that tells you where it was made: D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and so on. But here's the kicker: sometimes, coins are accidentally made without a mint mark. These error coins are like the unicorns of the coin world. They're rare, they're valuable, and they're highly sought after by collectors. The 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those legendary errors. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how did this happen? Great question. Back in the 80s, the US Mint was cranking out coins faster than my grandma's knitting needles during the holidays. Mistakes happened. Occasionally, a die, that's the stamp used to imprint coins, would be missing the mint mark. And voila! An error coin is born. These coins would quietly slip into circulation, like a ninja, completely under the radar. But here's the twist: not all no mint mark pennies from 1987 are worth millions. Condition is key. Collectors are looking for coins in pristine condition, what's called mint state. Think shiny, flawless, and without any scratches or wear. So, if your 1987 penny looks like it's been through a war zone, it's probably just worth a cent. Let's get into the juicy part: why this coin's market value has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $1 million. It's all about supply and demand. There's a very limited number of these error coins in existence. Plus, collectors love a good story. The rarity combined with the mint's historical blunder makes these coins a hot commodity. It's like owning a piece of history that fits in your pocket. Okay, quick story time. A few years ago, I was at a flea market. I spotted a coin collection at a dusty old booth and decided to take a closer look. There it was, a 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. I asked the vendor how much it was, and they said, $1. I'm pretty sure my heart skipped a beat. I bought it faster than you can say numismatics. Now, sadly, it wasn't in mint condition, but hey, it's the thrill of the hunt that counts, right? Now, here's the million-dollar question: how can you tell if your penny is the real deal? First, check the year. It needs to say 1987. Then, look below the date. If there's no letter, congratulations, you've got a no mint mark penny. Next, assess the condition. If it looks shiny and new, it's time to get it professionally graded by a coin expert. This is crucial because only certified coins fetch the big bucks at auctions. Don't just take it to your local pawn shop. You'll want an expert who knows their stuff, and here's a tip: always keep your coins safe. Store them in a protective case to prevent damage. Treat them like they're made of gold, because they might as well be. So, what's the moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of a penny. That little copper coin sitting in your pocket could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your student loans. Crazy, right? Before you rush off to dig through your change jar, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. On this channel, we're all about uncovering hidden treasures and teaching you how to make money with coins you didn't even know were valuable. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, folks, happy hunting. May your pennies be rare and your pockets be full. See you in the next video.